Okay, we are in the fourth and last section of chapter 8. We're splitting this chapter into two parts. This first part is just all multiplying, okay? We're distributing. So 8-4 is just doing what you did in 8-3, but there's a pattern you'll notice. It's called special products. It's saying when you have the same thing twice, notice there's a pattern. The first is squared, the back is squared, and the middle is just multiplied by 2. Same thing with the difference. It'll follow this pattern. So if I have 3a plus 4 and 3a plus 4, you're going to get 9a squared. You're going to get 16. And then the middle is 12 and 12, which is 24. It's going to be that pattern every time when you have the special products. So they're all going to be the same thing. There's nothing grand about this. We're doing just like we did last set of notes. If I have something squared, it's something times itself. So we would just distribute like normal. And then we would combine like terms. And that's it. So you're doing the same thing. Just notice it's the first one squared. It's the last one squared. And then the middle, 6x, doubled. Just saying, notice there's a pattern. So like the next one, it should be the first one squared, the last one squared, the middle would be 12p doubled. So do we get this? It'll be plus and plus because it's all pluses. Well, let's try it. It's going to be 9p squared. It's going to be 12p. It's going to be 12p. It's going to be 16. Yeah, that's what you get. So it's just going to follow that same pattern. Let's try it again. Let's try here. Square the first. Square the last. It's all going to be pluses. And then 5m doubled, 10m. Let's see what we get. M plus 5 times m plus 5 is going to equal m squared, 5m, 5m, 25. Combine like terms. Yep, that's what you get. Okay. This is called the square of a sum and the square of a difference. So you're squaring things that are being added or summed. You're squaring things that are being subtracted or difference. So the square of sum, squares of difference. Square of sum, square of difference. Here it's going to be a little more complicated. You have 2h squared minus k squared, all squared, meaning it's the same thing twice. So you multiply the front, you get 4h to the fourth. Then you get 2h squared k squared, but it's negative, so careful. 2h squared k squared, but it's also negative here, 2h squared k squared, and then plus k to the fourth. So you end up getting, you squared the front, 4h squared, the middle combined to be negatives, 4h squared k squared, and then the last, it's positive. It's positive because a negative times a negative is positive. This here is your final answer. Okay, so it's just like before. So if you look on the back, now they're doing, you're not squaring pluses, you're not squaring minuses, you're squaring neither. You're just foiling with a plus and a minus. This is called the product of a sum and a difference. So here what's going to happen every time is the middle term is going to drop out. So here, x squared, 4x minus 4x, negative 16. It's just like what we've been doing, but notice middle terms cancel out because one's positive, one's negative. This should happen for the whole sheet. P times p is p squared, negative 2p, positive 2p, negative 4. The middle two canceled out. Now we have the difference of two squares. Okay. Now I want you to try this. Well, let's do these ones. 10, 11, 12. pause the video, try them on your own, play the video, see how you do. Okay, that's what you should have gotten. 2 terms being subtracted every time because the middle terms cancel out. Let's try one with a fraction. 4/3 times 4/3 is 16/9. The numerators get multiplied and the denominators get multiplied. Make sure x is being squared. 4/3 times 2 is 8/3. So 8/3, it's positive. And I have x here and a y here, so it's xy. Here, it's -2 times 4, which is -8/3 xy. And then -4y squared. Those cancel. That's it. Okay, you should have a Delta Math assignment on this. If you need any assistance, you can email me or Mr. Marshall. Okay, and we have Zooms Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.